Dear students and viewers, I am Dr. Ganesan, Head Department of Economics, Ayanadar Janayamal College, Sivagasi. So in the previous video lessons, we have discussed about characteristics and meaning of perfectly competitive market. And also we have elaborately discussed about price determination and perfect competition. But now today, in this video lesson, we are going to discuss about how the firms will attain equilibrium under perfectly competitive market. So it is an important one under perfectly competitive market. So how the firms attain equilibrium in a perfectly competitive market, that we are going to discuss in this video. So before entering into the topic, just we can remember the meaning and characteristics of perfectly competitive market. So under perfectly competitive market, there are large number of buyers and sellers. The sellers involved in selling homogeneous products. There is free entry of firms into the market and go out of market. There is freedom of entry and exit of firms. Perfect knowledge about the buyers and sellers regarding market conditions. Then perfect mobility of factors of production from one firm to another firm. So here there is no transport cost. The firms in a perfectly competitive market are the price taker, not the price maker. The demand curve, that is the average revenue curve, will be a horizontal curve. Here the average revenue is equal to marginal revenue, and that is equal to price of the commodity. And the firms in a perfectly competitive market, they are following uniform price policies. These are all the characteristics of perfectly competitive market. So simply you can remember, perfectly competitive market is a market situation in which there are large number of buyers and sellers all engaged in buying and selling homogeneous products. So with these meaning and characteristics, now I am going to explain about how the firms in a perfectly competitive market will attain equilibrium. So here an equilibrium of the firms depends not only on the basic conditions but also on the period of time and cost conditions. So here what is the basic condition of attaining equilibrium? The basic condition of attaining equilibrium is MR equal to MC, that is marginal revenue is equal to marginal cost. At that point is called the equilibrium point. So apart from this basic condition, we have to consider the time period. The time period will be classified into short period and long period. So now we will explain what do you mean by short period and what do you mean by long period, and how the equilibrium will be attained under short period in a perfectly competitive market and in the long period separately. So first we take into account of short period. Here under short period, there is no possibility for the firms to enter or leave the industry. So in the short run, either the existing firms earn abnormal profit or the existing firms incur loss. No new firms will come and enter into the market and go out of the market by the existing firms. So there is no possibility of the firms to enter or leave the industry. And during short period, some factors are fixed and some other factors are variable. Already we have discussed about the factors of production, land, labor, capital and organization. Among these factors, we can classify the factors into variable factors and fixed factors. For example, we take into account of land. Land is a fixed factor and labor is a variable factor. So land will be fixed in character during short period and labor will be altered or it will be changed. It's a variable factor. And if during short period the firm wants to alter the level of output according to the market conditions, it will be possible only by changing the variable factors, keeping the fixed factors as constant. Suppose a firm feels that there is a greater demand for its product in the market during short run, and if the firm wants to increase the level of output, it will be possible only by altering the variable factors called labor, or by extending the working hours, by increasing the raw materials, electricity and other things. So these are all the variable factors. By changing this variable factor only to some extent, the firm can increase the level of output during short run. And supply of output will not be adjusted according to the prevailing market demand. So here it's not possible by the firms to adjust the supply and demand during short run. So these are all the characteristics of short run. Under short run, in a perfectly competitive market, there are two options. One is the firm can earn either abnormal profit or loss. So there are two conditions: abnormal profit and loss. Then you take into account of long period. So during long period, new firm may enter and the existing firms may leave the industry. Suppose the existing firms in a perfectly competitive market earn abnormal profit, it will attract the new firms will come and enter into the market. And if the existing firms incur loss, at that time some of the firms they wants to quit the market. So here during long run there is a possibility of entering of new firms and leaving of existing firm from the industry. So here all the factors of production are variable. During long run there is no fixed factors of production. All the factors of production are variable, and it is possible by the firm to alter even the fixed factors. So all the factors are variable. During long run, if the firm wants to alter its output, it will be possible by changing both the variable factors and the fixed factors. So during long run, supply of output will be adjusted according to the prevailing market demand. So there is a possibility of attaining equilibrium between the demand and supply in the long run and a perfectly competitive market. So during long run, there is only one possibility: the firms in a perfectly competitive market earn normal profit. So already we have discussed about what we mean by normal profit. Normal profit is nothing but a profit which is needed by the firm to produce the commodity in future. So the firm wants to continue its production for the future period. It requires a certain amount of profit. That profit is called the normal profit. Normally the normal profit will be included in the price of the commodity. So now we will discuss about under short run how the firm will earn abnormal profit. So now we can understand the meaning of abnormal profit. So abnormal profit is nothing but profit over and above the normal profit is called abnormal profit or supernormal profit. If any firm earn the profit more than the normal profit, it is called the firm is earning abnormal profit or supernormal profit. So here, if the firm's products, the demand for firm's product is greater when compared to its supply in the market, definitely that leads to increase the price. That increase in price will give an abnormal profit to the firms. So here the revenue earning capacity of the firm is greater than its cost of production. So here under abnormal profit, average revenue is greater than average cost. So now the abnormal profit condition will be explained with the help of a diagram. So in the diagram, we have taken output is on the x-axis and the revenue and cost is on the y-axis. So here we have drawn 4 curves, 2 revenue curves and 2 cost curves. Here under perfectly competitive market, AR is always equal to MR and that to a horizontal curve. The demand curve of the firm is nothing but the average revenue curve. It is horizontal in nature and it is equal to the marginal revenue curve or marginal revenue. So because of that, under perfectly competitive market, there is only one revenue curve. It represents both short run average revenue curve and short run marginal revenue curve. So the marginal revenue and average revenue are represented by only one curve, that is horizontal demand curve. Then we have drawn two cost curves. One is average cost curve and another one is marginal cost curve. The condition is the marginal cost curve always cut the average cost curve at its minimum point. So here SACC is the short run average cost curve and SMCC is the short run marginal cost curve. So here the equilibrium condition, the condition of equilibrium is MR equal to MC. MR equal to MC. So here according to our diagram, the short run marginal cost curve is equal to the short run marginal revenue curve at point Q. So Q is the equilibrium point. From the point Q, you draw a vertical line to x-axis to determine the equilibrium level of output, and the vertical line touches the x-axis at point M. So OM is called the equilibrium level of output, or OM is called the total output produced by the firms in a perfectly competitive market. And from point Q, you draw a perpendicular line to y-axis. Where this perpendicular line touches the y-axis, we determine the price. So here according to our diagram, the perpendicular line touches the y-axis at point P. So OP is called price per unit, or it is otherwise called revenue per unit, that is average revenue. So OP is called average revenue. Then now we have to determine the average cost. Where the vertical line from the point Q will touches the average cost curve, you take that point as called the cost. So here according to our diagram, E is the point of intersection between the vertical line through point Q and the short run average cost curve. So now the average cost is equal to ME, which is equal to OS. So OS is called average cost or cost per unit. So now the average revenue is equal to OP and the average cost is equal to OS. You take the difference between the average revenue and average cost, it is a profit per unit. So here according to our diagram, profit per unit is equal to PS. So that is abnormal profit per unit, that is equal to PS. So now we have to determine the total revenue and total cost. First you determine the total revenue. So total revenue is equal to average revenue multiplied by total output. This is a formula for calculating total revenue. AR into Q. So here according to our diagram, average revenue is equal to OP and the total output is equal to OM. So the product between OP and OM is equal to OPQM. So that is total revenue. So the total revenue earned by the firms in a perfectly competitive market is equal to OPQM by selling OM level of output at OP price. So now we have to determine the total cost incurred by the firm to produce OM level of output. So the formula to calculate total cost is average cost multiplied by total output. So here according to our diagram, the average cost is equal to OS and the total output is equal to OM. So you multiply OS and OM, we will get OSEM. So this is called the total cost. So the total cost incurred by the firm to produce OM level of output is equal to OSEM. So now we estimate the total profit earned by the firms in a perfectly competitive market. So here the formula used to calculate total profit is total revenue minus total cost. So according to our diagram, the total revenue is OPQM and the total cost is OSEM. So now we take the difference between total revenue and total cost, that will provide total profit. So here the difference between total revenue and total cost is equal to PQSE. So this is the total amount of abnormal profit earned by the firms in a perfectly competitive market. Now we will discuss how the firms in a perfectly competitive market during short run incur loss. So here loss is nothing but the revenue is lesser than the cost. If the revenue earned by the firm is not equal to meet out the cost of production, the firm will incur loss. Here, the demand for its product is lesser when compared to its supply. Automatically, the firm will get a lesser price for its product that leads to loss. The revenue earned by the firm is lesser than its cost of production. So here the average revenue is lesser than average cost. So definitely the firm will incur loss. So the loss condition will be explained with the help of a diagram. So here in the x-axis we have taken output and y-axis is represented by revenue and cost, and SARC is nothing but short run average revenue curve. It is horizontal in nature. SMRC is short run marginal marginal revenue curve. So here the short run average revenue curve is equal to short run marginal revenue curve. Then SACC short run average cost curve and SMCC short run marginal cost curve. So here the equilibrium condition is MR equal to MC. So here according to our diagram, the marginal revenue curve and the marginal cost curve are equal at point E. So E is the equilibrium point. So from the equilibrium point, we draw a vertical line to x-axis to determine the level of output. So the output is determined as OM. So OM is called the equilibrium level of output or the total output produced by the firms in a perfectly competitive market. So now we have to fix average revenue and average cost. So from the point of E, that is equilibrium point, we have to extend the vertical line to average revenue and average cost curve. So here we have extended the line according to our diagram. Here OS is called revenue per unit. OS is called revenue per unit, or it is otherwise called, otherwise it is equal to ME. And OP is the cost per unit because the vertical line touches the cost curve at point Q. Either QM or OP is called cost per unit. So now here the cost is greater than the revenue. So average cost curve is above the average revenue curve. So that means cost is greater when compared to revenue. So automatically the firm will incur loss. So the loss incurred by the firm per unit is equal to PS. So now we estimate the total revenue, total cost and total loss. So here total revenue is calculated by multiplying average revenue and total output. So according to our diagram, average revenue is equal to OS and the total output is equal to OM. So the total revenue earned by the firm by selling OM amount of output is equal to OSEM. So OSEM is called the total revenue. Then the total cost is calculated by multiplying average cost and total output. So here according to our diagram, average cost is equal to OP and the total output is equal to OM. You can multiply these two things, we will get OPQM. So the total cost incurred by the firm to produce OM level of output is equal to OPQM. Now the total loss is the difference between total cost and total revenue. So according to our diagram, the total cost is equal to OPQM and the total revenue is equal to OSEM. The difference between the total cost and total revenue is equal to PQSE. So this is the total loss incurred by the firm by selling OQ level of output at OS as price. So now during short run there is a possibility of earning abnormal profit and there is a possibility of incurring loss. So now we are going to explain about the long run. The firms in a perfectly competitive market during long run earn only normal profit. So how the firms in a perfectly competitive market during long run earn normal profit means when the existing firms earn abnormal profit, At that time, it will attract the new firms will come and enter into the market. And at the same time, the existing firm also expand its level of output. So automatically what will happen means the supply of the commodity in the market will be increased. So increase in the supply will lead to reduction in the price. So the abnormal profit will be disappeared. So if the existing firms incur loss, at that time what will happen means some of the existing firms, they wants to leave the industry and they stop production. So automatically what will happen means the supply will be reduced and the price will be increased. So during long run, there is a possibility of equalizing the total market demand and market supply. So the firm will earn only normal profit. So hence in the long run, firms in the perfectly competitive market earn only normal profit. So how the firm is earning normal profit during long run, that will be explained with the help of a diagram. So here in the x-axis we have represents output and the y-axis we have represents revenue and cost. So here also we have drawn the revenue curves and the cost curves. So the revenue curves are horizontal in nature and the cost curves are U-shaped in nature. So here LARC is equal to long run average revenue curve and LMRC is equal to long run marginal revenue curve. Both are one and the same and it is horizontal in nature. Then LACC is equal to long run average cost curve and LMCC is equal to long run marginal cost curve. So here in the long run, at the point of equilibrium, the long run marginal revenue curve is equal to the long run marginal cost curve and that is equal to long run average revenue curve and is equal to long run average cost curve, that is equal to price. So all the cost and revenue curves are equal during long run and a perfectly competitive market. So here according to our diagram, E is the equilibrium point. E is the equilibrium point. So here from the point of equilibrium you draw a vertical line to x-axis to determine the level of output. So the total amount of output produced by the firm is equal to OM and the price fixed by the firm is equal to OP. That is the price prevailed in the market, not fixed by the firm, it is prevailed in the market. So here the perfectly competitive market, the market forces alone determine the price. So the equilibrium price is equal to OP. In the long run, all the revenue curves are equal and the cost curves are also equal. So E is the equilibrium point. OM is equal to equilibrium level of output and OP is equal to average revenue and it's also equal to cost per unit. Hence, the firm is earning only normal profit. So now we estimate the total revenue and the total cost earned by the firms in a perfectly competitive market. So again, the total revenue is calculated by multiplying average revenue and total output. So according to our diagram, average revenue is equal to OP and the total output is equal to OM. So the total revenue is equal to OPEM. And the total cost is calculated by multiplying average cost and total output. So according to our diagram, average cost is also equal to OP and the total output is equal to OM. So the total cost incurred by the firm to produce OM level of output is equal to OPEM. So here the total revenue and total cost are equal at OPEM. So the firms in a perfectly competitive market during long run earn only normal profit. So here when the firm is earning, existing firm is earning abnormal profit, it will attract the new firms and it will increase the level of output or the supply in the market. So automatically the abnormal profit will be disappear during long run. Suppose the existing firms incur loss means some of the firm they quit the industry and stop production. So that will leads to reduction in the supply and the loss will be that leads to increase the price of the commodity and the loss will be disappear. So during long run in a perfectly competitive market all the firms earn only normal profit. Thank you friends.